Alright, we back. This hindsight. This is a rewind. I don't know. Actually, it's not. I guess this just came out. No, it's still a rewind. We just watched Emergency on, I think it was Amazon Prime.
Yes.
It was an Amazon original, you know. I hope that more things like this don't come out of Amazon Studio. I'll just let that be known. Yeah, thoughts?
It was very interesting. They tried to take a comedy and try to add some racial undertones as well to it. Directed by Kerry Williams. Very, very, very visually, it was a very nice piece. It was very nice film. But certain things as far as the plot and the story, the way it carried out was just a bit, it just wasn't thought out well in my opinion.
One might even say outlandish.
Yeah. Especially just for some of the decisions that's being made on the main character who
is Carrie Black
going into Princeton. I think his name might have been R.J. Seiler. Yeah, he's going into Princeton. But the main character going into Princeton, he's
Kunle.
Yeah, Kunle. Kunle is his character name. His decision making is very, very poor. And because he's still kind of he drives the story almost.
Yeah.
Oh, Kunle is Donald Elise Watkins, and Sean is R.J. Seiler. Okay, so
I think Sean had bad decision making as well, though.
Yeah, both of the main characters.
As did Carlos. Everybody. It was a nonstop. That was it. It was a nonstop flurry of mistakes, and they were just making really bad choices, and just stopped being entertaining after a while.
Yeah. Overall, well, I mean, first off, just the story. It could have been a much better. But me and you kind of talked about this earlier. It just seemed to be they kind of just took the dead body premise and kind of. It was kind of just like, a dead body, you finding a dead body and figure out what to do with the dead body, except it wasn't a dead body.
She's alive, yeah. Come on.
That just right there
defeats the premise.
Made the whole, some of the problems that they were placing on themselves to just not be realistic. If a drunk person stumbles into your house, if you're on a college campus, you're back out, it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of not that.
Call the cops and it's done.
You either, I mean, but
or just
call the cops.
I'm saying put her outside on the porch and you're still fine.
I wouldn't even do that. If your house is big enough, if a completely wasted chick just stumbles into your house, into your living room, on the floor, they could have simply lifted her up, put her on the couch that was clearly right next to her, put a cover over her, ask her if she needed to charge her phone, and put some water out there. Do you need anything? You can rest here until the morning or whatever, or you can rest here for a little bit. When you want to leave, you can leave. Simple as that.
Call the pros, kid.
But it wasn't even. She didn't even appear like when. Even first looking at it, I would just think, oh, this is just a completely drunk chick. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know what I mean? Just boom, put her on the couch.
Yeah.
When she wakes up, there on her college campus. That wasn't even a big deal. So they took that. Now
spun it into like an hour and a half.
If she was like dead, then that would have made it much more interesting, but I guess that would have changed the whole.
It would have changed the whole thing of the movie. Honestly, like I thought it would have been even more interesting if they just went. They were going on like a they were trying to do this college campus thing called the Legendary Tour. I thought the movie would have been more interesting if they just went on the Legendary Tour and got into some some shenanigans. Like they kind of set the whole movie up that way, and then just switched it, and it went a whole different direction. And it's like kidnapping, and it wasn't even kidnapping, but it was just they were with this girl who had passed out, and they're just carrying her around the city.
And that's the thing. Truthfully, a dead body would have been enough to change up the whole Legendary Tour, drunk tour. A passed out girl is not even gonna stop me. He was doing his culture to get into prison.
And he didn't even go to get the culture.
His friend ended up having to save him. So
many
it's like,
things.
Get out of here. That's the thing about certain movies that I just am really opposed to. Certain plot holes, certain just storylines, and just certain things that just don't line up right. And it's just
I'm gonna get a little bit deeper here on hindsight. As an African American male, I just felt offended by the decisions that they were making. They were making really poor decisions the entire movie. And I would hope that, so some black kids would move a little bit better than that.
Even from the beginning,
it was ridiculous.
When addressed with certain issues in the classroom, with the teacher using certain words, they just were, or whatever. Maybe that's just something about their specific characters.
Yeah, their characters. But it made it uninteresting to watch because they decided to follow these characters. You know what? The movie would have been better if they had even followed the perspective the whole time of like the college kids who were looking for the sister, and maybe just dived into that and made that a more interesting story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little horror film that way. Cause like it was just goofy to watch them just blunder through everything. Yeah, it was goofy.
Yeah, it was kind of it started out very intriguing.
It did.
The trailer's very intriguing.
Yep.
Pulled us in.
We literally are gonna watch another movie instead of watching this.
However, overall, I could have passed. I could have watched something else.
Yeah. Had to do it for the hindsight.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna break it down to the rating now.
Acting. What was the acting? I was gonna say I thought it was poor, honestly. I couldn't buy into anybody, any of the characters. Dialogue I felt was corny. I thought it was realistic, but I thought it was corny nonetheless. I didn't feel like those characters would say those things. I was actually sold on that, but that was what was annoying. Is because like the characters were just annoying. In every situation, they would just make the wrong decision. And not only just make the wrong decision or anything with like confidence, still be out here spazzing and tripping and like whining and complaining. And like it got to be tedious. It got to be very tedious to watch.
Was there anything that drew me in? They probably thought they were giving good performances. There was some emotion within the story, but no, it wasn't conveyed right with the actors. The story didn't make me care, so the story didn't draw me in enough, so I didn't care about the actors. I didn't care about their problems. Just really didn't care about even how emotional the actors were getting in certain situations.
And the police pullover, that was just ridiculous to me. Overreaction. It was constant overreaction, and then he has PTSD. Like, I get it, but
he didn't get shot at.
I feel like they were trying to have a message in here, but it was just kind of like, okay.
They didn't do it good enough.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just feels.
Yeah, they missed. Yeah, rated, man. I'm gonna say like low key. I had to get at a 5.
Oh, I would say 5.5.
I'll be nice then.
That's it.
You're at the 5.5. That was just, they missed.
Yeah, they definitely missed.
They missed.
They tried, but yeah, there's some better actors. Gonna need a better story. Yeah. Even for a movie like this, it's a shame.
Only because they got the budget. I hope that they would do more with it. We out.